God. Hello, my love. How are you this evening? Alright, I'm gonna have to turn my front. Alright, let's get these. Ooh, all my windows are fogged up. Oh my. Is it really a full moon? That might explain a lot. I took a shower. I'm good for the moment. Sheesh, I seriously can't see. It's subsided. It was a hell of a day. You know, I've had them for like 3 days now. And, sorry y'all, my stuff's fogged up. Last night, I went to bed with a headache. This morning, I slept, I don't know, a few hours. But when I got up this morning, it was there, and like not far into the morning, I got an aura. Like, I've had 3 different auras today, so bad that I could not see. It's just been a day. Let's do. I need some music. Hello, everybody. Okay, hold on just a minute. Let me. My evil, just me. Hey, Story. Hey, Kiwi. Hey, Snake. Hey, Mama. How are y'all? Bish. Oh, God, I know. Right? I know. I can't watch her. Alright. I was dressed, and almost ready to leave at like 5:30. Well, I was halfway dressed. And I said, you know what? You need a shower. Let's wash this hair and see if that doesn't help. Which, Bish, thanks for making my Zofran intake exceed my limits. I'm headed to work. I had to send the boys. I had to get a friend to come pick the boys up early today. They left at 3. And, well, I didn't lay back down after they left, but I tried to. You're at work. Fun stuff. I love your face more. Hey, I'm out of jail. So we can talk. So I think I'm going to line up a massage for tomorrow. I'm ordering my contacts in the morning. I have my calendar set to go off. I don't know if it's the weather. I don't know if it's because I may have been wearing the same pair of contacts since October. So I don't know if it's that. But I'm tired of this shit. So I'm going to go see if I can make it to, oh no shit. Well, go figure. I told you I was going to save you a cot. I'm going to see if I can't find a piercing studio before they close tonight. And, oh, fuck. Here, I just talked this smack and my right eye contact is messing up on me. I bet it's fallen in half. But Bill's been wearing the same glass eye for 10 years. Well, I mean, you know, the glass eye I'm sure is okay. Unfortunately, these are literally supposed to be daily wear contacts. Technically, I'm supposed to take them off every night. I don't. I take my old pair out to put my new pair in, and I wear my new pair until they fall apart. They're supposed to be 30-day wear also, and usually I can get like 2 months out of them, but this go around I'm shocked that these have held together this long. I am. And I'm honestly scared to take them out right now to soak them because I'm worried that they will disintegrate. These type of contacts, they design them to start deteriorating. And I mean, I've had them, you know, split in half and stuff in my eyeball before and have to fish out a chunk of contact lens. I guess maybe I'm just trying to get myself a glass eye. But I don't have prescription glasses because it just costs so much. My insurance only pays for so much. And I'm already pay like, I don't know how much. They've gone up again. So I'm going to be paying a couple $100 for a year's worth of contacts tomorrow. Which I know in the long run, the big picture isn't really that expensive. But it's one or the other, I believe, with my insurance. So if I get contacts, they won't pay for a pair of glasses. And in the past, I've just get a pair of reading glasses from Walmart as close to my prescription as I can get. And I use those for times that I have to be without my contacts. Like when I had my surgery, which honestly, when I had my surgery, I took my contacts out as they rolled me out of the room. No joke. Took them out and handed them to the nurse and she threw them away, and I slid those glasses on until we got to the operating room and they took them. And when I woke up, which I slept for a long time, I didn't really even need my glasses, but as soon as I could do it, the first thing I did was put my new contacts in. Order a cheap pair. Zenni. Oh, okay. I know my script. Well, see, the thing is though, that's why I can't. I just have to, a cheap pair have to do as close to my script as possible. I have 2 different prescriptions in my eyes, and I have astigmatism. That's why my contacts are so expensive. No, I go to Little Rock, Arkansas for my eye doctor, and no eye doctor around keeps my brand of contacts in stock. So they have to order them from the factory and have them shipped to me. And if I have to get a trial pair from the eye doctor, it's like some other brand, but it's just for like a week. Used to, I had my doctor in my town retired several years ago, and I absolutely loved him, and he always had my contacts in stock. Then I tried to find another little like eyedoctor.com place or whatever, local, and I went to them a couple times and I hated them, and they claimed that they had to order my contacts from overseas. Like, it literally took like 3 weeks for me to get my contact lens orders with them. It's ridiculous. So to me, it's worth the drive to get them in a week. Hey, Colin. Zenny. Hey, will you message that to me? Because I'll forget it by the time I get off live. Please. And I can't, I don't wear glasses. I can't wear them instead of contacts, I should say. That fucks me. I've never been able to. From the very first day that I got a prescription for my eyes, I was 25 maybe, and I was having bad headaches. Usually I could tell when my prescription changes too, I start having headaches, but these are different. Like, it's just nagging headaches that won't ever go away, not full-blown rock your fucking socks off migraines. And so when I have a headaches that won't go away, I can tell that my prescription needs to be adjusted. And that's what was happening. So I went to the eye doctor, and he was like, I don't know how you're even driving and reading signs and stuff. And I was like, well, you kind of just got to do what you got to do. And he said it was going to be such a drastic difference because my prescription was so strong that he didn't even want to put me in glasses from day one. He put contacts in me because he said that I was going to, thank you, my love, I was going to struggle and want to keep taking the glasses off. So I've had contacts in my eyes since day one. And now when I do have to take them out and wear glasses, like the peripheral vision part really fucks with me. I don't know why. I don't understand how people can wear glasses because I can see out the side of them and it makes me sick. Love you, baby. Be careful. Call me later. So, I try to keep a cheap pair around close to my prescription because, I fuck my eyes up every once in a while. I've gotten, probably because of the way I wear my contacts, like they come apart and then they scratch my eye, and then I have an abrasion on my cornea, and then I can't wear contacts at all for like weeks and have to wear glasses. You know how it is. That's why I keep them around mostly. Yeah, I try to keep. Well, it's about time, sister. That's why I try to keep them around, but I ain't paying $500 for a pair of glasses that I might wear one time every 3 or 4 years. So anyway, that was quite the squirrel, wasn't it? So I'm ordering contacts tomorrow, which means they should be here by the end of next week. We'll see if that's the problem, because these are getting kind of icky. Well, they're very icky. I have to drown my eyes in saline every morning to rehydrate them. All this time I've been thinking you're perfect. Now I find out you wear contacts. Oh, my honey, I'm so sorry. I'm going to disappoint you a whole lot, I'm afraid. A whole lot. I wore braces when I was a kid also. Yep. Did. Okay, so what I was saying is I'm going to see if I can hit a piercing studio over here tonight and get my Daith piercings redone. I used to have them years ago, and hell, my tattoo artist just swears that they don't do anything. It's not really a pressure point. It's all in your head. Placebo effect, he says. I have my goddaughter's mom. She got her Daith pierced, and it fixed her migraines, she said. Mine worked for about 2 years. Like, that cartilage takes a lot to heal. So while it was swollen and healing, it worked because there was that pressure on that spot, I guess. After that, though, here's how dumb I am, y'all. I would get migraines. I would even completely forget that I had the things there. Because the thing with them is, like, not just being there does it. It has to put pressure on that pressure point. So you're supposed to spin your piercing through it round and round and maybe tug just a little bit to activate that pressure point. And I would always forget to do that until after the fact, and somebody would be like, "Well, did your earring not work?" Well, I mean, it probably would have if I would have even thought in the moment to touch it. Hey, my love. And I also struggled with, at the end, the reason I actually took them out was because they would get so sore just from me sleeping on them. I'm a side sleeper. And I don't know, all of a sudden it just would hurt. They stayed super sore because of that. Maybe a smaller hoop, I don't know. I'm gonna try it again though. I'll have to get online and find me something to replace them with for after it heals. So I can't just like buy cheap jewelry from places in the mall. I'm allergic to those metals. Even my regular ear piercings, I can't just get cheap earrings from Walmart and stuff. It has to be 14 karat gold, not plated, sterling silver, not plated, or surgical stainless steel. And believe it or not, there's a lot of earrings out there packaged that say surgical stainless steel that are not. They're plated. And the plated ones I just can't do. How are you, Twisted Sister? How is my sissy? Does it really help with migraines? So this fucker's crossing the line. Some people it does, some people it doesn't. It helped me a lot the first couple years. Especially while it was still healing and there was pressure on it. You just have to, like I just was saying, you have to remember when you get a headache, you're supposed to fiddle with the earring. That's the whole point of it being there. The earring being there itself does not prevent migraines. It's a pressure point. The earring is in there for you to kind of tug on it, twist it around, and it puts pressure on that pressure point and activates it, and then it helps your headaches. So I think, I mean, that's might be a lot of people's problems that say they don't work, is they don't understand exactly how it's supposed to work, and they just get the piercings and think it's going to make their headaches go away. You use them, it's a tool, just like taking Tylenol. Except instead of taking Tylenol, you are pulling on that piercing. Not hard, just a little bit to put a little pressure on there. So we have a tablet over here called I wonder what the ingredients are. I won't have to look at that. I mean, I got off medications, so I've had migraines since I was 15 years old is when they started, at 15. And I can remember being a teenager and them being so bad. I would be curled up in my bathroom floor because they make me throw up when they get that bad. And my mom even had to take me to the emergency room several times back then for Demerol shots. As a young adult, 18, 19, I was out on my own by that time. I left home at 17. My doctor actually had me on Stadol nasal spray, and because they were so bad. We've tried everything over the years, which they don't do Stadol anymore. That is some crazy shit. I was on a seizure medication called Topamax for about 10 years or so. for a preventative to control them. And it actually worked for all that time, for the most part. I mean, I would have breakthrough. Never tried. I just screenshotted the name of that. I'm going to look it up. We don't have that here, but I'm going to look it up and see what the ingredients are to see if it might be comparable to something we do have here. I've never heard of that. Oh, hold on. Oh, you said meditate. Sorry, I thought you were asking about the medicine. No, I don't meditate. I should, probably. I don't fucking have time. But I will tell you, what I have started doing is using sound bowls. I pull up video or YouTube channels of people that play the sound bowls. And I've been playing that a lot. So I was on the Topamax and Metoprolol, which the Metoprolol is it's a vasodilator, I believe. So it dilates the blood vessels going up the back of your skull into your brain to increase blood flow. No, is it a vasoconstrictor? It's got to be a dilator. I don't know. I gotta look. I don't remember. I don't get it. Well, maybe I should. But a little over a year ago, it was a year ago before Christmas. This past Christmas was a year ago. I quit taking my maintenance meds, thinking that, well, I found an article about the Topamax and the side effects and like the mood swings and stuff like that that are side effects, and I had a lot of those side effects, and I was like, God, is this medicine why I've been a raging bitch for 10 years? So I stopped it, and when I told my doctor about it, you know, what I found and why I was stopping it, he was like, yeah, it does, this doctor isn't the one that originally put me on it, but he kept me on it since it worked. But I had to weigh, you know, by that point, I had to figure out, was it worth the chance of not having a maintenance controlling medication to get rid of the side effects and take the chance? And I did really good for for a bit without it. Shit, like I said, I was on it for 10 years or more. I don't really want to get on another maintenance medication. I know there's a monthly injection form, and a friend of mine has been really trying to convince me for like a year to get on it. She's taken it and she loves it. I just don't want to have a daily, regular medication. So, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, if it was for blood pressure or diabetes or thyroid or something like that, I would absolutely do it. But if I can find alternative ways to control these migraines, then I would much prefer. What in the holy crap is that? I have no idea. I think there's a UFO landing out here. Yeah, it wasn't good for me. But it probably wasn't until the last few years that I was on it that the side effects started appearing. My youngest gets bad migraines. She has some electric shock thing she puts on and they disappear. I've seen those things. I mean, I have a TENS unit, but I'm not wild about slapping on TENS unit pads onto my head and zapping myself. the piercings tonight. Tomorrow, I've got to come back into the city to do a few things. I won't have the boys, so I'm going to get up early and do it and come over here. And I'm going to get a good massage, like neck, shoulders, head part. I need to get to the chiropractor, too. I know I'm way overdue for an adjustment. I call them in the morning. The ones I don't really care for. It's my only option locally. My chiropractor in the city is closed on Fridays. Go figure. A little bit of self-care. Heck, I have a gift certificate for a pedicure that I got for Christmas that I still haven't gone to use. Capra, yeah, then it stopped working. My mom used to use Midrin. I tried that when I was, I don't know, in my probably 20. We tried Midrin also, and that didn't do anything for me. We were so desperate when I was younger. My mom did all kinds of research. She did like which at the time, back then, my eyesight was supposedly perfect. But she found some kind of research about colors. And she literally had a pair of glasses made for me that weren't prescription, but put a colored tint on them. And I don't remember what color it was. It was like blue or purple, something like that. And to wear those glasses to look through something about the colors and the eyes and the brains, nerves and shit, weird stuff. My mom's a trauma nurse also, so she does all this research. That didn't work. She found some kind of concoction of shit that she made in a nasal spray for me. Well, it wasn't a nasal spray, really, it was a drip. And I know I'm pretty sure it had lidocaine in it. I have no clue what else she had in that stuff. But I would have to, you couldn't just spray it like a nasal spray. I would literally lay on like the bed or a table with my head hanging off the end upside down so she could drip it into my nose for it to get all the way back there, and I guess just numb those nerves up maybe. Where it come from? Your eyes getting too much light in. Yeah. And it was something about different colors. Certain colors, different things, I guess. I don't know. Tried Imitrex when I was a teenager and I hated it. It made me so sick. The second time that I had to go get an Imitrex shot, I was probably 16. My parents were out of town. I was staying with my aunt and uncle. I got a migraine. My aunt took me to the pediatrician's office, and I had begged them, which I think I had been to the ER like a day or two before and got a shot of Imitrex. I don't remember. I'd had it once before, and it made me sick. And I remember begging at the pediatrician's office not to give me that, to give me something else. That's the only 2 times I've done it. All I can remember is how sick I was. Usually I have a pretty good lineup when it starts to get that, when I get my aura. About 95% of the time I get an aura beforehand, and it gets bad. Like I can't see through it. It gets so bad. When I start to get an aura, I will take the Fioricet. And if it hasn't helped within 30 minutes or so, I'll take a second one. And I have Zofran. And then my last line of defense, which I finally had to take this afternoon, is a Rizatriptan, which is Maxalt. And that stuff just makes me feel I don't even know how to describe how I feel. Good grief. Sorry, y'all. So it knocks it out, but I have to be able to go to bed when I take it and know that I'm going to feel like shit for hours afterwards. Your heart. Honestly, I'm hearing no, it's not. Well, yeah, probably not tonight, honey. I don't remember what the Imitrex did. I just remember that it made me sick and begging not to get it again. So, I mean, it could have very well had a cardiac effect on me, and that's what made me sick. But anyway, I wound up having to take a Maxalt this afternoon finally, and I won't take those until I'm to the point of throwing up with the migraine, because I just don't like the way they make me feel. I'm still kind of, it's not loopy, and it's not like you feel when you're on narcotics. It's just, it makes my head kind of burns on the inside. I don't know if that makes any sense, but and then the rest of my body's just kind of, you know. No one's ever said that to you? Well, aren't you a lucky man? I've never used a headache as an excuse. I mean, I would hope that most men, though, would have enough sense to know when their woman does have a headache and not try and bother her like that. Not that it's a bother, you know what I mean. If I know you have a headache, I ain't gonna come ask you for sex, because I know what headaches are like. I'm sorry, Bob. Again, I told you. See, how come every time I get in this car, I start getting all like this? I told you a while ago I'm going to disappoint you a lot. There it is again. It's a headache. They've always said, let's go, honey. Well, then you're doing something right. Yeah, Fioricet is my first line of defense. I make sure I don't run out of Fioricet. You know, my old doctor, I love him to death, but that's why I left him and found a new doctor, because he would not prescribe Fioricet, and I wanted to try it. I was kind of at that point to where I needed something else for breakthrough, and my grandmother took Fioricet, and it worked for her. And I had asked him if we could try it, and he refused to prescribe Fioricet for migraines. Like that, and at that time, I was actually to the point that where I was getting rebound migraines. I was having to take Excedrin like every day, and I was getting rebound migraines. And so I had to completely stop taking all like Excedrin and Tylenol and stuff for a while and let it clear out. But I needed something that I knew was going to be able to be for an emergency, you know, just to try. Well, then the thing was, is I didn't want to go straight to Maxalt. My insurance, it's changed a little bit in the past couple years, but used to, my insurance would only pay for like 6 Maxalt tablets at a time, and usually only in a month. I don't understand why those things are so expensive. I can remember in my early 20s, my PCP was a good family friend, actually, that went to church with us. And I didn't have, I don't remember if I didn't have health insurance or my health insurance wouldn't cover the Maxalt. But for some reason, Yeah, it had to be that my insurance just didn't cover the Max Salt. So he would hoard samples from the pharmaceutical guy, from the reps. Every time they would come, he would get as many samples as he could from, and that man would stock me up on his samples. Never get headaches with the exception of drinking wine. It's the only thing that works for me. Yeah, no. Like I said, usually the Fiorcet works for me. Most of the time it does. But I have spells like today where nothing else was working. And that's when I'm glad I have my Max Salt. Hell, a couple months ago, I don't remember if it was after my surgery or if it was one of the ones before my surgery, but not too long ago, I had a migraine and they were back to back like this, but nothing worked. The Max Salt wasn't even working like it usually does. I laid in there crying. I honestly thought I was gonna have to go to the emergency room, and I haven't done that since I was a kid for a migraine. Do it now. Head off the pillow. Look, I just put a thing in my Amazon cart. I need to go in there and buy it. But there's these. My sister's been telling me forever about these head things. They're like gel packs that are cold. You keep them in the fridge or the freezer, and it's a big mask that literally goes over your whole top of your head and your eyes, and it stops like just over your nose. And it's a blackout thing, and it's cold. And I read some reviews on it, and it looked like it works pretty good. She swears by it, so I'm gonna go ahead and order one and give it a try. But I keep a, oh man, somebody's still here? No? What is this about? I keep like gel ice packs in my freezer. And when I get like this, I'll go get one of those gel ice packs and throw a towel over it and put it at the base of my skull. Alan, well, hello. Got to get it from the phone. I don't know how that feels. I'm trying to figure out. Hold on. I don't see it. I don't know. I don't know whose car this is. Oh, yes, I do. This is one of my coworkers. Here, I'm gonna leave y'all in here for just a minute, okay? Oh my God. Good night, babe. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go too and get in here to work. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Love y'all. I can't promise if I'm going to see y'all later tonight or not. Maybe I'll go live at the piercing. We'll see. Y'all have a great night. Thanks for hanging. Love y'all. Remember, you are